And welcome back to the World Championship Series Europe Premier League Season 3 Group D final game of the season in round of 16. It has been a terrific 4 days of StarCraft 2, but as all good things come to an end, this should too. Our bracket looks like this right now. We've had a one-man go through already. Predictably, perhaps it was MMA, and predictably, perhaps it was Starbuck that finished in 4th place. But we still don't know who's going to finish 2nd and who finishes 3rd. That final game is between duckdeok and TitaN. Kalaris is back joining me. Let's start with TitaN. He's just made the comeback trial, losing that first game, and then wins against Starbuck in I'll quote, weird way in map 2. And that's done and dusted. Now he has to focus. It's very similar to where he was this time in Season 2. Only last time it was MC, but a Korean Protoss nevertheless. So does he approach that and have that in the back of his mind? Does he ignore it and just focus on righting the wrongs that he had in his first game?
I think that's what he has to do. I think he has to isolate anything else that's ever gone on. Actually discard most of that and just purely isolate that first series and correct what happened there. Look at those games from his opponent, say that, well, you know, in one of them, maybe I was being a little bit over-aggressive, sacrificing a few zealots here and there, do some damage. But then play beyond that, play I would say, a little bit aggressive, trying to tease out his opponent's reactions and then playing the more macro focus behind it and drawing it out a little bit longer because he's really good in the macro PvP. Yeah, no, absolutely. And from duckdeok's point of view, it would be disappointing for him to go out at this stage. Absolutely, he's the European champion right now from Season 2. But we've seen that champions get no respect in these competitions. MVP dumped out in Season 2 as well. So I don't think that really comes into it now either. But from a BlizzCon points point of view, this is a vital game for duckdeok right now. Yeah, he needs points to cushion himself and, well, just move up into the top 16 in general. He's, from what we know so far, not right now attending Intel Extreme Masters in New York, so not sure what's going on. Something's happening. But aside from that, he needs points. He absolutely, definitely, he's in a great position, 21st, I believe, to just go straight up into the top 16. If he can get there, then job's a good one. Good, okay. We're about to get underway with our 5th map. It's worth saying, you know, that it's like a Slovenian bar craft here this evening. Yeah, see that. Terrific. Yeah, great crowd this evening, and they've had their cheeseburgers, so they're very happy bunnies right now. And we are about to move in to the 5th and final match of the round of 16 here at WCS Europe. Just one more spot available in the quarterfinals. It's down to 2 men. It's TitaN or duckdeok. But right now, it's Scrubby and Apollo.
Once again, thank you very much, Red Eye. I cannot thank you enough for your awesome transitions and passing it over to us, as we are now ready to bring you the final game of the complete round of 16.
Yeah. Feels like only 3 days ago that we started with it.
Just that long.
Yeah, just that long.
Just 3 days.
And in fact it was. What an amazing 4 days it's been. Roller coaster ride, and now we've got the final game here. Can't wait to get it started. TitaN and duckdeok doing the final veto process of the final match of the round of 16. And after this, guys, don't tune out of the stream just yet. No, sirree, no.
No, sirree, no.
We've got the group selection coming up. Well, the group randomizing coming up, I should say, for the round of 8, which is going to be in 1 week from now. Round of 5 on October 5th and October 6th. The round of 8, the semifinals, and the finals itself.
That's right. So far, we have Targa, Stardust, Vortex, MC, Genius, Nurtio, MMA, and question mark.
Question mark.
Which is either one of these 2 players. Who will join them? Is it the reigning champion? Or is it TitaN, who's put a lot of hard work into his career so far for WCS, was in the same position last season? Is now, again, doing the map vetoes. Akalon Derelict out for him, Frost and Polar Knight.
Now, they played Belshire before, they played Whirlwind before.
And they had Yongsu in there as well, was it?
I will take a very quick look.
I bet I'm faster than you. I bet I'm faster.
I bet you win that bet.
Polar Knight it was.
Okay.
I was faster though.
You were.
Lightning fingers, some call me.
Yonsu now instead of Polar Knight.
Yep, that's
But
right.
what is the first map?
We don't know, which we will find out right now. The first map before was Whirlwind, then it was Belshir, then it was Polar Knight. This time, it's Belshir, which was the second map.
Completely topsy-turvy.
Topsy-turvy. Bomb diggity.
Belshir, Vestige. Yonsu and Whirlwind. Whirlwind last this time. Now on Whirlwind, what did they play? Ah, yes. TitaN opened up with that 10 gate, which is an uneconomical choice. Oh, it was an 11 gate.
11, yeah.
But it ended up in an economical advantage. Ironic, isn't it?
Do you think, Grubby, that we'll see the same aggressive playstyle from TitaN coming into this series of how we opened up initially versus duckdeok? Or do you think he'll take a different approach this time, having lost the first series?
I think that's his strength, right? So I think it would be erroneous if he deviated
I
from
love that word. Say it again.
Erroneous.
Ooh.
Erroneous. All right. It will be that if he deviated from it. But what I think he needs to do is not to say I'm not going to press down on the acceleration at all. I'm just going to know when to stop. That would be the most valuable for him. It's not going to be easy because habits like this are very deep in your system. It's not easy just to change your habits. A lot of this is muscle memory. It's not like, let's think what I'm going to do today. What am I going to wear today? It's like, no, it's real time. It's quick. It's merciless. It's unforgiving.
And duckdeok came into this week ranked 14. Was in the top 16, but people have grabbed points. There's been 7 players that have picked up points so far, and he's fallen out of the top 16, currently lying in 17th position. Losing today and not attending the Intel Extreme Masters New York, the only other tournament to offer WCS points now left before BlizzCon. He'll not attend.
He might not have anything left this year.
If he only plays WCS, which is true, that means you're fact.
You can play some Zotac Cups, go for StarCraft 2. There's a lot of go for StarCraft 2 tournaments.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We have a pro mover now.
Help me!
All right, so of course down here we have TitaN top left, we have duckdeok, but let's focus on this right now as we have a proxy attack coming in here, guys, from TitaN. He's going to go straight up here. Grubby, if I remember correctly, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, how often did duckdeok scout in the previous series? Because I'm having a feeling he didn't scout that often, and I think it was always TitaN that did.
He usually scouted at 3 minutes, Apollo.
3 minutes.
Straight a beeline
What time is it right now? What time is it?
It's 1 minute and 12.
Uh-oh.
Now, duckdeok did do some token proxy scouting sometimes. Early on, at around 13 supply. But then he would go back, and he would stay at home for a while, be a little busy bee mining those minerals, and then make a beeline for the opponent's base. Now he's doing his token proxy scouting. Now
Does he go down?
How thorough is he gonna be? And he's just checking the main. He says if you're gonna proxy, you're gonna probably do it right and go for the main. And the natural isn't as scary because you're gonna have to walk a little bit further. And scouting at 3 minutes is the kind of scout that lets you know if the opponent is going for a very quick text structure.
Do you do the 3 minutes check here? No?
What's that?
Do you check behind here at 3 minutes at all?
No,
Just straight down, right?
There's no point at all.
Yeah.
It's too late.
Straight down.
Now, this is one gateway, and we don't have a... He continues to make probes and pylons at home, but no gas. That's really funny.
He's got a lot of
funny.
chrono boosts saved up now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
2 more chrono boosts left. The third one by the time those two finish.
One gas. Will we see a second gas?
Well, he is checking here. Oh!
Okay, that was pretty loud.
Yeah, but there's been a lot of cheeseburgers in the room tonight. Cheeseburgers! Yeah. Cheeseburgers! All right, so at this point, double gas is down here for TitaN.
So this is a very special proxy build. Usually, double gateway or one gateway with cybercore and gas. You never see one gateway saving up like this and then going double gas at home with cybercore. So TitaN, he's not going to be that far behind and stuff. He's only 2 workers behind, or I should say 1 worker 0.85.
Well,
but he's got 2 zealots in the opponent's base.
Hello guys. Hello.
Anything you doing here then?
Lines. 2 probes gone already, and I'm sure there'll be a couple more deaths here. Can duckdeok prevent it? Tries to get us around here.
Nice round by duckdeok.
1, One additional one. Only one additional
wow.
one.
Very nice
another
micro.
one, second. So only 2 additional in that complete round. So 4 in total. There is another Zealot here. There's a 5th, I think, or maybe even 6th.
Oh, what's going on?
Oh my god.
No, that's a really awkward moment.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Nobody panic. Hold hands.
I'm panicking.
Hold hands.
So I think TitaN lost 1 probe kill there because of that.
All right, so it's 19 versus 14. 7 have been picked off. I'm not too sure what just happened, but we're back. We're okay. Stargate's been thrown down, Grubby.
That's
behind
very
this.
interesting. Because with those zealots, he slowed down the opponent's mothership core. There's a grand total of 0 mothership cores on the field right now, which is less than 1. And duckdeok, he's got the 2 gates, but he can't fully produce. He's got 2 stalkers on the field, and there's a 3rd one coming. This zealot is just buying time for TitaN. He's not going to kill anything. Stargate is done for TitaN. He can start an Oracle. Now, that wouldn't do that much against a 3-stalker defense. Oh, wait a minute. It's a Void Ray. That's interesting.
Well, this gateway is going to get turned off here very shortly. Zealot's trying to get out, but it's going to be very close.
Oh.
1 hit away. So Zealot does escape. So talk to me about this Void Ray, and talk to me what you think TitaN's aiming for here. What is he doing?
I think he expects a counterattack. Oh, this zealot somehow snuck by. Got 1 probe kill. There goes a 2nd. Very nice for TitaN. And it will kill only 2, but that's worth it. 100 minerals for 2 probes, which is 100 minerals plus the mining time. Now, okay, TitaN's 4 workers ahead. duckdeok feels troubled. He feels worried here. He's going to want to counterattack. Stargate is not a common follow-up. He's not thinking of oracles or defense. He wants to counterattack. So the Void Ray is not a bad choice to defend. The 2nd Void Ray won't be out by the time the Stalkers come in, and the Mothership Core doesn't have Photon Overcharge. 4 Stalkers beats the Void Ray with prismatic alignment, but only barely. And that could be a pretty good trade for TitaN. The 2nd Void Ray is coming. Now there's no gateways yet for TitaN at home. It's just a Void Ray.
This is kind of remarkable here. There's the Void Ray with charge. One Stalker does go down, but no charge right now. The prismatic alignment is down.
And there's the 2nd Void Ray. This is very nicely timed out for TitaN.
All right. All right, so 2nd Void Ray going to join together here very, very shortly. 23 probes, 216 with another 1 or 2 going down inside the main base. 2 voids together here. Charged up, one of them. The other one isn't at the moment. Time Warp has been activated here, and he is going to push his back. Maybe able to get another kill there, and he will. And TitaN holds on for now. Another Void Ray has started. TitaN's got 350 minerals in the bank. Surely they are gateways.
Soon.
Okay, there they are.
So how do you like the use of that time warp? I kind of like it. Photon Overcharge buys a minute, but all that will do is let duckdeok save up
Increase
Stalkers.
the Stalker count, yeah.
Now
like
he
it.
guaranteed a guaranteed 2 to 3 Stalker kills.
But that's a lot of
That's
Stalkers.
a lot. Maybe too much?
Oh, the probe's coming offline. He knows it's a lot. So that 2nd Void Ray needs to come. He needs to... Well, I wouldn't start the charge yet. Now start it. Okay, so double charge up. Hopefully here, just one of them is at the moment. And he is targeting down these Stalkers. How's the micro on the Void Rays? Pulls that back. Nice. Keeps it alive. Probe's doing a lot of damage as well. He is taking a lot of probe damage here. Zealot in the mix as well. 1 Void Ray still alive. 2nd one still alive as well. Oh, 1 goes down and the other is gone as well, leaving 2 Stalkers, but he's got no Void Rays. But he does have 3 gateways about to finish up here, but he lost a lot of mining time and a lot of probes.
Yeah, he's still down. He's down 1 worker to duckdeok. 1 worker, but he's down a lot of army. 3 gateways are finishing. He's morphing only 2 of them. They still need 10 seconds to produce a unit.
He's got no money.
Oh.
60 minerals in the bank. The probes need to get back to work. A Void Ray started here. TitaN is down 10 supply, and it looked like ever so close once again. But I don't know if this is going to be able to be held on here by TitaN. 18 supply to 30. Stalker count continuing to increase.
He's only got 11 probes right now.
Oh,
Cannot support
man.
these 3 gateways. There's a time warp. He's going to use it in tandem with that Void Ray. Most likely. No, he needs the Photon Overcharge. This Void Ray is going down. He's going to activate Photon Overcharge in just a second, but the Stalkers will continue to kill probes, I think.
He's going to try and get a surround on the probes. TitaN knows how... surround on the Stalkers, sorry. TitaN knows how important this game is. He won't just give it up. He won't just let it go and slip away because... Of course, this is just a single best of 3 to determine who is out and who goes into the quarterfinals, who gets to repeat themselves in Premier League, who gets the chance to move on forward. Double sentries and probes. I'm sorry, but I don't think this is going to be enough here. The sentries get targeted down here. Probes try for us around 17 supply to 32. A sporadic force field landed there, but more and more units. There's a Stargate follow-up. An Oracle will just come in and win the game at this point. The probes are all dead, and unfortunately, TitaN is dying. There's no way to stop it. GG. And duckdeok does take map number 1, but talk to me a little bit. This strategy by TitaN, have you even seen anything like this before of all the games you've played for your style and against somebody else?
Never. Never, ever, ever. TitaN said he had a special proxy build prepared to me, and he did. And this was it. It looked like it could win. Certain things didn't go that well. A lot of zealots died without doing too much. He missed a few probe kills there. Very nice probe micro by duckdeok. He kept disengaging with his probes. And TitaN, maybe if he added gates a bit sooner, because the Void Rays and the Mothership Core, they were holding off the Stalkers for a while. But when he pulled all the probes down the ramp and there was one zealot, they took forever to try and kill the zealot, the probes. That's really where he lost it.
You think that given, let's say, if there was an upgrade, or if we could give him a bonus and say, you know, TitaN, here's plus 15 seconds, and your opponent was stopped there for 15 seconds or 10 seconds, was he going to win that? Was he going to defend?
I'm not sure.
Was it not that close?
Yeah, I don't think so. And that's mostly because he didn't have the gateways ready. Like, he had the Void Rays coming, which is pretty cool, but should he have maybe made at least a single gateway? He's the master of the strategy because obviously he practiced this and no one else really did. But and that makes it even more impressive that duckdeok's resilience had him carry through here with his good defenses, his micro, his killer instinct.
Okay, talking from a professional standpoint here as a player, you just because obviously when you enter a best of 3, there's many different ways to approach the best of 3, from opening up normal to cheesing in the second to starting up that first. How does it affect you in game number 1 when you say, all right, I'm going to cheese in game number 1 and then I'm going to go normal? When you lose that cheese, that hurts you a lot?
Yeah, I want to say it doesn't matter that much because it's just a cheese and you can fall back to your normal. But because you're behind 0-1, it means you need to win 2 normal games. And what if your opponent cheeses? So it is a little bit scary and it doesn't feel all too good, actually.
All right, well, down here, currently trailing in this series, as the Red Protoss playing for Team Rockkiss, it's TitaN. Maybe for the last time this evening, we'll say that name as the introduction. Because up here, currently leading, playing for Team MVP, the European reigning champion, it's duckdeok.
duckdeok starting to become a familiar face here in the ESL studio in Cologne, Germany. Some may say the capital of esports in Europe, or one of the. Very nice city.
I would say the, with WCS here, it's the most important.
Now, that's a very early gateway from TitaN. That's an 11 gateway, Sean.
Ooh.
Worked pretty well for him in the Whirlwind game.
So is he potentially expecting some form of maybe fast nexus here, which is what we saw duckdeok open up with game number 1 on Whirlwind in the previous set?
It's possible. It's also possible that TitaN is saying, this may be an aggression against exactly what you said with the early Nexus, but it also has a second utility of having early Stalkers against the Cannon Rush, which is very common on this map. And that pylon is a little wink towards all the ugly little Cannon Rushes that we've seen on this map in the past few weeks.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen.
Of which I don't have any experience with facing personally, but if I did, I can imagine it'd be very annoying.
All right, well, we'll see what TitaN's got planned here. duckdeok has thrown down the double gases, but from duckdeok's standpoint, surely he's going into this game saying, all right, he's done that silly cheese game number 1. He's going to play a normal game now. So that, yeah, is he? But can duckdeok not think along those lines? He actually checks the back of his natural here.
Always getting ready for the strategy you just played against. It's now he checked at 3 minutes, even though I said there's no point, but he just wants to check.
Yeah.
Because the way that TitaN did it is actually he's sending the zealots post 3 minutes, so it was a bit different than some of the strats. Now, Chrono Boost on the core. Zealots coming in. Is he going to get a double whack on the probe? If he does, that probe cannot leave the base alive if TitaN's controls go. There we go, 1 whack.
And a miss.
So this probe can escape. Now he's going to see, there's very late second gas.
Well, he doesn't see in the late second gas yet, right? Because he didn't check the assimilator.
If he clicked the assimilator...
I don't think he even saw it, mate.
That's the second one. I don't know if he clicked it. Oh!
He didn't see it.
Oh, you're right.
He just saw the probes. He saw the probes, but didn't see the assimilator itself.
Okay, so the Zealot was out pretty early. And he's adding his own third gate. It might just be his habit with the build. He's got the build lined up for a 3-gate. Of course, TitaN's warp gate is quite a bit faster. In fact, just to compare, it's 13 seconds faster right now. And
Probe has escaped on the left-hand side as well. There it is.
Nice zoning there with the Stalker by duckdeok.
Look at that, just outside the Xel'Naga Tower range. Oh, he moved off the Xel'Naga Tower as the probe went. Envision he would have seen it.
Ah, he just left. So that probe can get in a lot closer, and that's very vital.
Imagine if it was TitaN's plan, because the Stalker would have seen the Zealot and Stalker moving up, so he came off the Xel'Naga Tower.
Yeah. That's probably his plan. I think you're right. Now, that's a lot of damage being put on that Stalker already, and TitaN Zealots are sacrificial in the early game, you should remember.
All right. Is not the defender, when having the same setup, even though slower, in a better position? Here he's got the Mothership Core, he will have a Photon Overcharge.
Usually, yeah.
It's at 80 energy right now. TitaN's going for it. He's got his Stalkers there. Time warp down. Oh, he's going to lose. No, he doesn't.
Oh.
He gets,
what?
The probe gets a kill on a Stalker. That wasn't meant to happen.
Wow.
He was meant to lose a Stalker himself, and then all of a sudden it's 4 versus 5 at the moment. Mothership's Core still there.
But he's running in through the Time Warp with the Herd Stalkers first.
And he loses 2 for nothing. So it's 2 Stalkers in favor of duckdeok, 1 there for TitaN, who has stopped producing anything at this moment. He's got money in the bank, and he may give up this.
And now suddenly it looks like this build doesn't make any sense. Like the 11 gate going up against the 13 gate defensive, both having 3 gates.
Yeah.
It looks like the 14 seconds faster warp gate doesn't have any value at all. duckdeok crushed
3
it.
Stalkers have broken their way through. Here's a pylon on the natural that killed the sentry as well. Oh dear, and there's a pylon inside the main base which he hasn't spotted either.
Now duckdeok has high ground advantage, getting the first shots there, equal numbers, but duckdeok got the first shots off, and he's not focusing on the correct Stalker right now, but he's got a lockdown on these Stalkers.
Oh, TitaN's in trouble. He's going to have to land the forces, but remember, there's a pylon inside his main base, and 2 Stalkers just appear from nowhere, and TitaN is down half the supply, 20 to 10. Photon Overcharge is activated.
And one of those gateways is outside Photon defensive range, so duckdeok with this immense amount of Stalkers can take down 1 or 2 gateways during this Photon Overcharge.
Wow, that just went from bad to worse in a second there, didn't it? Oh,
yeah,
God.
He was pretty southward already on the globe, but it went even more southward.
Oh, I don't think he can get more south. And here he's... Oh, God, here we go. Probe pull to try to stop it here. He's going to bring everything he's got. Maybe. Time warp is down to slow these probes. He's going to try and get a good surround here, but good movement by duckdeok. Gets out of the time warp, gets a couple of shots onto these Stalkers. He's losing a lot of probes. A Zealot comes in, which is going to do massive damage here. And TitaN is dropping. He's plummeting. 14 supply to 41. And unfortunately for TitaN, it's not good enough. GG, duckdeok, the reigning champion, survives what MVP couldn't last season and moves into the round of 8 and defeats TitaN twice today. Earlier on in our second match of the evening, and then again here 2-0.
Giving an answer to the question, is duckdeok's PvP still strong? He won it on a very strong micro and decisions today. Didn't open too specially with his strategies himself. He didn't say like, I need to make something happen, I'm going to do something extremely risky or greedy, which he did do in a lot of the games in the last series, in the last season. But now he just defended anything that came, really.
Unfortunately, TitaN just the same position, Grubby, as last season. Heartbreaking. His final game on the PvP last season, it was the 2nd place finisher that he had to go up against. This season, it was the champion of the previous season, the 1st place finisher. Got a little bit more difficult for him. Last season, lost 2-1. This season, lost 2-0 in the final match. Sad. And that's kind of it for TitaN. He will play in Challenger League, though, as he goes down into Challenger League for this year. And, of course, we'll go into Premier League next year if he's able to succeed there. And Challenger League, if I'm not mistaken, as you mentioned the other day, starts really soon.
It's starting on this Monday.
Yes.
Today we are living on Friday, in Europe at least. In Korea it's already Saturday. But Monday, Challenger League in Europe is starting. Goes on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then for a few weeks more, depending on how you do, whether you win right away or not, or go to the 2nd phase. But that's for soon. And after the Challenger League, of course, 5-6 October, we've got the round of 8 playoffs. And the seeds for that will be done very shortly. But first, Sean.
Yeah, we have the winners interview, guys. So don't go anywhere. Remember, group selection will be soon. But first, the winners interview.
Thanks, guys. With duckdeok, congratulations, 2-0. And the European champion from last season, you still have a chance becoming the European champion for Season 3. Tell us what it means to you to win WCS last season and be able to come back and defend your title.
또다시 WCS 유럽 우승자가 다시 될 수 있는 기회가 생겼는데 지난번 우승하고 다시 돌아오는 이 느낌이 어떤지?
경기장은 항상 긴장돼서 적응이 안 돼요.
I'm always under pressure when I play at offline tournaments, so I'm a bit shaky.
A bit shaky right now, okay. Winning this game means that your BlizzCon dream stays alive. So you can still get to BlizzCon, but you're still going to need to do really well in WCS Europe. Is there anyone that you don't want to play in the quarterfinal?
아직 이제 이겨가지고 블리즈컨도 갈 기회가 아직 생길 수도 있는데 다음 8강에선 누구를 만나기 싫은지.
지니어스 선수를 가장 만나기 싫어요. 친하기 때문에.
I don't want to play Genius because I'm close with him. I'm friends with him.
Okay, but everyone else is okay. So you know, anyone else that's in their Vortex, for instance, okay?
그럼 다른 선수들은 괜찮은지? 예를 들면 보틱스.
네, 볼틱스 선수면 더 좋을 것 같아요.
Yeah, Vortex would be really nice.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll see. And of course, the quarterfinals are coming up. We're going to have the quarterfinal draw this evening as well. And congratulations to duckdeok once again. Fantastic win, 2-0. We'll see you in the quarterfinals. There we go then. That is it. The round of 16 has come to an end, but we haven't come to an end this evening. We've still got plenty more to come. The draw is up shortly. And of course, a little bit later on, we have WCS Extra. For now, though, we're going to go over to the guys to get their thoughts on not only today, but all four of the brilliant groups that we've had this week.
Hello, Red Eye. Thank you. We're in the crowds. Woo! For the final time in the round of 16, we're here in the crowd, and we're going to do a bit of a recap of today. Finished casting for the round of 16. We finished up today from Group D. It was a pretty fun group, really. You get your mic. Fun group today. Did you guys enjoy the group? Yeah. And we got people traveling from afar with your flags and your Slovenian flag. Thanks for coming, guys. Really appreciate it. Yeah. And of course, we've got Barcraft Cologne here and a lot of other StarCraft fans. So thank you very much for coming down once again, and hope to see you next week. But now let's take a look at the brackets from today, just to kind of recap ourselves and go over it a little bit and get your thoughts, guys. And here it is, of course. So MMA and StarBuck opened up the day. Then we had TitaN, duckdeok. What do you think about those first two matches, Grubby, there?
Yeah, I mean, I think MMA was the dead favorite against StarBuck, but everyone still had some doubts. What if StarBuck brings a lot of his special strategies come to bear upon MMA? MMA can't really have studied him all that much, but unfortunately, it was a bit of a rout.
Yeah, I mean, those two first games, what do you think about them? MMA, StarBuck, and then, of course, the PvP between duckdeok and TitaN.
I really enjoyed the first PvP. The second PvP between them just then was a little bit of a quick one in comparison. And then, as you know, Grubby said, MMA versus StarBuck didn't quite go how StarBuck wanted it. So, but I'm looking forward to seeing more of StarBuck, not only in other tournaments, but also in WCS to come.
And this 16-year-old, he's so young, he's got the world at his feet. There's still a lot of potential to be exploited if he just keeps working hard. So I don't know his plans, but he's just at the beginning of his career. And we were here on this day that he got a big knockout, which may motivate him for the next matches. So future is ahead of him.
That's right, just 16 years old, lots of StarCraft to play in the future. And then we, of course, went on to the winners match, which was MMA versus duckdeok. That was, to be honest, going in duckdeok's favor, and it was almost his win, and it was almost him in first place.
Yeah, he did really well defending every one of MMA's attacks until he said, now I'm going to attack. It wasn't his time yet. And he didn't quite put the pieces in place to protect himself from a 3-medevac bio walk-up. He had the resources to start Thermal Lance or Psystorm, but he just wanted to say, I'm going to reinforce my army. I have this 2-3 upgraded, 2 attack, 3 armor upgraded army with Archons and Stalkers in charge and Colossus and everything. But attacking, he left himself open. It was a really good series. Started off two really aggressive games, and in the last game, MMA just proved a little bit more powerful.
Yeah, just a little bit. And of course, that means MMA is our first place finisher. And then we went down to the loser match, or the lower match, the lower bracket side of things, where we had StarDuck go up against TitaN. And to be honest, we talked about him a little bit before. We can go on about it a little bit again. Just, I think, a little bit of a lack of experience, right? A bit of inexperience that came to kind of hurt him a little bit against TitaN, who's been around. He's represented his country in the World Cyber Games a couple of years back. He's been playing StarCraft 2 for a long time competitively and offline. And do you think that was kind of the only factor between the two of them? And if it was, let's say if it was online, would it have been a different result?
I think it probably would have been a different result if it was online. No kind of disregard to TitaN's experience and skill, of course, but StarBuck playing from home seems like a little bit of a different StarBuck from playing in here. And again, that will come with experience.
Yeah,
he just looked flustered in that series, but as you said, for now.
So last question before we go and get ready for the group drawings. Duck.
It's like a game show.
It is like a game show when I've got the mic and not Red Eye, isn't it? It's gone crazy over here. All right, so Duck, has he got potential to go back-to-back titles this season? Do you think he can do it?
I think he can do it. He's got the correct mixture of very solid, sound fundamentals and mechanics while being extremely greedy and having good mind games. I mean, if that's not the complete package, then I don't know what is.
Well, there you have it from Grubster himself. And I heard that the group drawing is now ready. So Red Eye, take things away.
Thank you very much to all three of you as well. Thank you for your commentary today. Grubby, Apollo and Kalaris, and of course our observer, Mr. Funker, who we've locked upstairs in a wooden box somewhere with a computer and a lead sticking out of it. I'm joined now by the Commissioner of WCS Europe, aka ESL, Sean, who is here to make the draw for the World Championship Series Europe Premier League quarterfinals for Season 3. So, Sean, please, spin the balls around, pull one out. And just a few rules for you while he's doing that. Steady, guys. The draw will take place like this. All the second place players will be drawn first. So the first man out is a Zerg, and it will be Nurchio. So Nurchio goes into the top part of the bracket. The only other rule that we've got in place here is that the players that played in each other's groups cannot face each other until the grand final. So that's the other rule. Our second player drawn for the quarterfinals is Stardust. So the top half of the bracket features Nurchio and Stardust right now. Our third draw. And in the bottom half of the bracket, also in second place in his group, is another Korean Protoss. It's MC. So that's three drawn. Let's get out the fourth one. We should know who it is by now, but let's just make sure that Sean is actually right and has got the right ones in there. I'm sure he has. And of course it is the other Korean Protoss, a duck. So you get ready with the second part of the draw. Let me just explain to you how this is going to work, okay? So Nurchio is in the top half of the draw. Stardust is in the top half of the draw, so they could meet in the semi-finals. MC and Duck are in the lower half of the draw. Again, they could also meet in the semi-finals. But the players that were in Nurchio's group and Stardust's group cannot meet either of those players in the quarterfinals. Otherwise, that would break one of our rules. So we have two more balls into the cup. Let's draw the next two balls out, and then we'll get the opinions from Apollo, Grubby, and Kalaris on the draw so far. So here we go then. Match number one, played on October the 5th, 2013, will be Nurchio versus MMA.
I'm so sorry.
So Sean says sorry to MMA, who's just standing out of the shot, who just went... I'm not sure if that was happiness or sadness, MMA. Was that good or bad? That's okay, is it? All right, okay. Let's go with our second game then. Our second match will be Stardust. Let's draw him out just to make sure. There we go. It's going to be the European Zerg, the number one from his group, Vortex. So... Okay, so we're going to pause the draw right now and get the views on the draw so far because it's a very interesting draw. We've got MMA in the top half of the draw, we've got Stardust in there, and we've also got both of the European Zerg. So, Sean, let's get the opinions of both yourself, Grubby, and Kalaris.
Hello, thank you. First game, let's get straight into it. MMA versus Nurtio, a team kill straight away. Both players from Team Acer. Bright side, as you said, one Acer player in the semi-finals, at least.
Yeah, Acer is guaranteed a top 4 position, but they're also guaranteed that they can't have 2 of them. That's what a team kill means at this junction.
Good job, Grubby.
I mean, who? Like,
I'm here if you need me for more Captain Obvious messages.
Stand by, Captain Obvious. We'll need you again soon. I mean, first of all, just before we go back to Red Eye, that first match, what a good start. That's MMA playing in a matchup that we all love to see him play in. But Nurtio has shown some pretty good Zerg versus Terran. He knows what it takes to beat the likes of MMA. He knows how he plays. What's your thoughts on that first matchup then?
It's a good matchup because they're both very good players. How about you, Kalaris? That was my Captain Obvious.
Thanks. That was very good. Well, we saw Nurtio yesterday playing against 4GG and doing really well. So I think that, Nurtio going into that game, a lot of people are saying that MMA is one of the big favorites to win this whole tournament. But Nurtio's got some tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah, he really has. That's going to be a good series. And for the next match, Vortex, who's been playing so well, so incredibly well, especially against Protoss players, goes up against a player known for killing Zergs, Stardust.
Yeah, besides Stardust's defeat against Nurtio, where Nurtio asked him kindly to stop playing StarCraft. Besides that, he's had really good results across the board against Zerg, and it's his favorite matchup, he has said as well. So he should be pretty pleased facing a Zerg. But it's also Vortex, who's really strong, so some fireworks will ensue, I do think, and it's a best of 5.
I think for me, I was hoping that Vortex was my hope to do really well in this tournament as the probably highest finishing forerunner in my opinion. But then I see him drawn up against Stardust, and now I'm a little bit scared because
you're wavering in your belief.
That's the one player that I really didn't want to see him go up against in the round of 8 for Vortex's hopes moving forwards. So that's an interesting development there.
Yeah, and of course the winners would go up against each other, which makes it even harder for Vortex. All right, let's pass it back to Red Eye to find the last 2 games of the quarterfinals.
Okay, let's find out the last 2 then of the quarterfinals. We have MC and duckdeok in there waiting. And guess what? We also have Targa and Genius. And if you've been with us through the round of 16 and through the round of 32, you'll know there's a little bit of bad blood building between MC and Genius. And MC has also said that he wouldn't mind meeting Targa as long as he's wearing a Father Christmas outfit. I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but let's find out what the last 2 are. Here we go. MC will play. It will be Targa versus MC. However, no, there's no trying again. I'm sorry. Let's just confirm the last ball out is actually Genius to play duckdeok. And indeed it is. Okay, so our draw is complete. MC will play Targa and duckdeok will play Genius. Genius is actually the only one that duckdeok didn't want to play. And Nurtio is the only one that MMA didn't want to play. Good job, Sean.
You're welcome, guys.
Okay, our thanks to the commissioner of WCS Europe. All jokes aside, he does a fantastic job all season long. So, ladies and gentlemen, Sean. Okay. Before we go any further and before we close the show down, let's just confirm the 4 team plays, the 4 people in the bracket each side on the screen right now. This is the quarterfinal for WCS Europe Season 3 Premier League. MMA plays Nurtio, Team Kill. Vortex plays Stardust. Targa plays MC. And Genius takes on duckdeok. That is your quarterfinal. All matches of those quarterfinals will be played on the 5th of October with the semi-finals and the grand final to crown Europe's 3rd season champion on the 6th of October. Make sure you join us for both of those days. It's going to be a phenomenal weekend. Sadly, I can't be with you. In Control will be stepping in to host. You'll have Grubby back again. Apollo and Kalaris will also be here as well. It's going to be a fantastic weekend of StarCraft 2. For now, though, that is it from the round of 16 shows this week. It's been a phenomenal week of StarCraft 2. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't go too far away, though. We've got a very special video coming up next just to celebrate everyone that is involved in the StarCraft 2 community. This video is made by fans for fans of StarCraft. And when we come back, we'll have more in WCS Extra. Thanks so much for tuning in this season.